Ready?
Yeah.
Start with
Thanks.
some injury news, please, Manuel.
Injuries, well, we are exactly the same, except that Lucas Perez, will see him tomorrow. He's able now to be in the squad list. All the other players continue with their injuries. I'm talking about Frederic, about Wilshere, Lanzini, Yarmolenko, Sanchez, all of them.
What about Jack Wilshere? Is there the advice you've taken? Does it lead you to think that he may need surgery?
Well, we don't know. We need to wait for the medical examination and his medical consult. So we will know probably in the next day, but in this moment we cannot be sure what he needs.
Big incentive on Saturday. I think before Manchester United play, and given that the teams above you have got some very tough games as well, you could possibly be in the top six. What would that mean to you as we approach the halfway point of the season?
Well, the most important thing is to be in the six first teams at the end of the season. We have to play 21 games more. We are in a good moment, so we must try to go game by game, adding points. But we understand that there are also around us big teams as Everton, as Manchester United, and other teams that have made also a good season, as Wolverhampton or Watford. So we are just finished the first round, but at least after we start with that 4 defeats that was so difficult to be in the position that we are now, winning the last 4 games allow us to be again in competition.
What are you expecting from Watford? I mean, they had a little bit of a rocky run a few weeks ago, but they did get good points at Everton, obviously beat Cardiff last week.
Well, it's a team that started the season very well. As the opposite side, that our team, they won the first 4 games. After that, maybe the results were not so good, but they improved in the last games, and maybe they deserve better results in those games. So it's a team that I know his manager is a manager that wants to play good football, an attacking style also. So I think that we have a tough game on Saturday.
You've been linked with former Cardiff midfielder Gary Medel in the last few days. Is he a player you'd be keen to bring to the club? Do you think he could improve you?
Well, those names that you are giving may be complete around 20 or 25 names in the last 4 weeks. So for them, the same answer. I'm not talking about rumors. We are happy with the squad. We know that we need to replace players that probably will not play more this season. I'm talking about Carlos Sanchez or Yarmolenko, a player that has long injuries. So we are calm. We will decide not now what we are going to do, but I repeat, I will not talk about individual players because there are too many names that are around our club.
Can I ask you about your reaction to the sacking of Jose Mourinho this week and the replacement on that? Were you surprised that they've gone and replaced him with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, somebody who doesn't have a great deal of experience in the division?
Well, I think it's a pity. First, for Jose, it's not easy for a manager that we know that we depend on the results in every job that we have. But I think that he's a top manager, and it's good for the Premier League to have the best managers of the world here. I think a lot in different way in how we manage a team, but I think that he's a manager that deserves to be in the top leagues.
Oliver, PLP. When you lost those first 4 games of the season early on, did you always know that now down the line the team had the ability to turn things around and to be on the verge of potentially going up to 6 in the Premier League? Were you always confident of that?
Yes, I was confident because I work with the players every day, and you feel if they trust in what you are doing or what you are saying or not. And if you review those 4 games, except Liverpool that we played very bad, the other 3, I said in that moment that we were a little bit unlucky to lose it, especially against Arsenal, with that we had a lot of goals before we scored our own goal that decide the game. Wolverhampton, we lost with a big mistake in the last minute. The other game also was very equalized. But finally, you didn't add points. Now, I think that continue working the same way in that moment is the reason why now we can win these games, but always with our feet on the floor and know that football changes so easy with 2 or 3 balls, so we must be very concentrated and continue not thinking that because we won the last 4 games we are going to win the 5th game. Maybe if we continue playing and doing the right things, we have options to win the next game, and that's what I try to talk with the player every day.
How much do you enjoy this frantic, festive period? You've got 5 games now in 15 days. The Premier League is quite a unique league in that way. How much do you enjoy this period of football?
I always said before, the 3 years ago that I was in Manchester, that December is a key month for all the teams. You need to play so many games, 7 in December, and after that 6 in January. That is maybe the part of the year that will decide your future in this competition. So we start well in December. I hope that unfortunately for us, we have too many players injured. We have 6 or 7 players that we cannot use them in this moment. So in these 13 games, we need the whole squad to continue to try their best performance.
And finally from me, we spoke to Declan Rice earlier on. He had a huge smile on his face. He said he loves working under you. He says he's had a fantastic season so far. He's loving everything here. How important has his form been in recent weeks? And also, how important is it that he's here at this club for a long time in the future?
Well, always important that the good player has a good performance. I think that Declan that for the moment he's doing a very good season, improving as a young player that he is improving in every game. Of course, players as Declan Rice or Mike Noble that belongs to this club, I think that gives different characteristics to the team. So he's happy with the team, and I'm happy with him also.
Emma?
Manuel, I know you're saying 5 wins in a row, you can't expect that, but what would it mean to win 5 games in a row?
No, I can expect it also. But you must not be sure because you won the other 4, you are going to win the 5th game. I think that maybe in West Ham is not used to do it, but we are talking so many times with the player from the beginning of the season that we must be always thinking with a winning mentality, with an ambitious mind. Now we have the option to do it at home against Watford. That I just said that it's a good team, and we will try to do it from the first minute.
How well do you know their manager? Because you worked together, didn't you, at Villarreal? Are you still in contact with him? Do you know his management style?
I don't have too much contact with him, yes, but I know him very well because he was in the young team with Villarreal when I was there. So I know in the way he thinks what is football. I like in the way that teams play. So he's a very good manager. I'm happy for his performance here at Watford.
There are some reports that maybe Marko Arnautovic might be back sooner than you were concerned. He might be out until next year, but there are rumours that possibly he might be available for some of the Christmas fixtures. Is there any update on his injury?
I cannot answer in this moment, but probably we need to see his last examination. But I think that next week he will start working with the team.
And finally for me, without him you have been winning games. Is that good that you haven't been reliant on Arnautovic for goals?
You always need your best player in their best performance. I think Marko is a player too important for us, but I also have the same answer where when you don't have those players, you have a squad, and you choose the squad at the beginning of the season, knowing that you are going to have problems part of the year with different players. So I'm happy with the player that have the option when Marko was injured. I'm not happy with the injury for Marko, but when the other player had the option, they took it.
Yeah.
How have you got the best out of this squad? Because you've got a lot of really good players out here. Not only Arnautovic, Lanzini hasn't kicked the ball for you yet since you arrived. Yarmolenko's out for the season. So how have you actually managed to get the best out of the rest of the squad of players?
First of all, trying to trust in what we do. Second, during the whole week, I never work with one team. I work with a squad, and they're always mixed. Not all the starter 11 that played the last game, working the whole week together. I think I always mix the the players in their position, and I try to that all of them feel important, because I just said that you will have a lot of injury during the season, and you need not a team, you need a squad. So in this moment, the players that for different reasons, maybe some games ago they were not in the starter, now they are having their chance.
It was documented recently, Robert Snodgrass saying that, you know, when he went on loan to Villa, a bit like me, he's at motorway service stations, maybe got a little bit overweight, but he's got fit, he's playing for you, and he's now one of your key players. How have you managed to turn him around? Because he's a vital cog for you.
As all the players, I demand from them their performance that I know they are able to do it. I think that it's very easy for a player to just be playing for playing, but we need here a player with an ambitious mentality. I spoke with him at the beginning of the season. He understands what I wanted from him, and he's doing very well.
And finally, any update on Sam Nasri? Because he was a player you were talking about a month or so ago about if he got fit, you would like to try and sign him.
Yes, we are going to take the decision probably next week. Sam is working with us very well. He's reducing his weight. His mentality is to try to have a spot here on the squad. So it's a decision that we are seeing in the next days.
Thank you. Cameras off.